Good evening, everybody. Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m. It's Wednesday night, so we've got another VK4BAD net. It's currently, flick over. It's currently 13.8 degrees outside, 44% humidity, zero wind speed, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be dropping down to about 1 or 2 tonight. Okay, I'm going to change my call sign to VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Now listening for any call-ins, VK4BAD.
VK4 Mike Echo Echo, good afternoon Gary, over.
VK4 Mike Echo Echo. Got you in there, Eric.
How about VK4 Yankee Charlie? VK4 Mike.
Yeah, okay, that station just called in. I got VK4 Mike Echo, VK4 Yankee Charlie. That other station, try again.
VK4 Mike Victor. VK4 FAX. VK4 IJP. VK4 JRA. VK4 Echo Mike.
Okay, nice turn up for tonight so far. Good evening, all. I hope I've got you all jotted down. Okay, from the top, we've got VK4 Mike Echo Echo Eric, VK4 Yankee Charlie Jim, VK4 Mike Victor L, VK4 FAX Don, VK4 IJP Ian, VK4 JRA Jake, and VK4 Echo Mike Merv. Is there anyone else wants to call in? VK4BAD? Okay, not a bad turnout at the moment. Nice to hear you all in there. Yeah, as I said, it's going to be a cool night again tonight. Actually, it tells me it's going to be about 1.5 degrees tonight. So, yeah. Okay, and nice to catch us all. This way here, just been doing some bits and pieces around the place. Right, as we've got it at the moment, we've got VK4 Mike Echo Echo, VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 FAX, VK4 IJP, VK4 JRA, VK4 Echo Mike. Okay, over to you there, Eric, VK4 Mike Echo Echo, and you pass it on to Jim.
VK4 Mike Echo Echo and the group there, acknowledging VK4 BAD, running the show there tonight there, and thanks very much there for the room tonight there. And before I say too much more, I'd like to thank Gary for being so helpful in everything with getting WireX going. And I finally got me email back from Yesu and got me ID and all the rest of the numbers that go with it, my room number and node number, so as I could get on. And I'm very grateful for that there, Gary. And also Ian. I've been speaking to Ian a bit there. Ian's been off for a few years like I was and come back on. So it's nice to have a yak Ian up there in Proston up there above Kingaroy there. And nice to see everybody today there. And that'll do me for this bit of a round there. VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 Mike Echo Echo. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, good there, Eric. No, mate, good to see you getting some help there and getting back on the air and up to date with, I suppose, what's happening these days. It certainly has been a lot of changes, for sure. But yeah, certainly just good to hear you catching up on everything there and some help out there. I haven't measured the outside temperature yet, Gary. We did go to Toowoomba this morning to get a car serviced, and it was between our place here, Black Butt, to Crow's Nest, that the outside temperature that we were reading in the car was 1 degree. So yeah, and that was about around 7:30 this morning. So yeah, we did see only just a little bit of frost on the grass, but it was still 6.5 degrees here, I think, at 6 o'clock when I got up. So yeah, it hadn't been just too bad temperature-wise, but quite mild days. Been really good. And yeah, pretty good group there too tonight. So yeah, I won't hang on to it too long there. Al, over to you there, mate. VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 Yankee Charlie. VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 Mike Victor. Thanks, Jim, and evening all. Good to hear everybody on, all good signals. And yeah, it is certainly turning colder, but I'm not sure whether it's as cold as last year or I'm being acclimatised, because I haven't noticed it quite as bad. And today was really pleasant, quite comfortable getting about and doing little jobs. And yeah, it's even achieved a bit of washing in between everything else. A couple of trips down into town, or a couple of kilometres or whatever it is. It's not a big trip. And success yesterday with the ICOM IC736. Ordered some good quality capacitors from RS Online in Sydney, and of course they would have picked up the order first thing Monday, and Tuesday at lunchtime they were in the letterbox. So I got stuck into it, put the main two capacitors in the PA, and that sorted all the problems out. Nice smooth signal, nice and clean. So that's all up and running. So I'm in alignment today, and a couple of little fine tunings tomorrow, and it'll be finished and off the bench. So then I'll move on to number 2, which will be Merv's TS 570. So see what happens with that one. Quite pleased with that. So I'll have to ring the guy tomorrow and tell him the progress, and he'll be happy to hear it's going to be on its way back to him down in Brisbane. And yeah, it's nice constant weather. It's really good. You can get some things done. Anyway, round to Don, VK4FAX in the group, VK4 Mike Victor.
VK4 Mike Victor with the group, VK4FAX. Good evening to all. Eric, Jim, Al, Ian, Jake and Merv. It's only 11 degrees here, quite pleasant. he's just got a flannelette shirt on, but I'm inside, of course, but not too bad in the office here. Had a trip out Pittsburgh way today and jumping up and down the shovel. Actually managed to raise a bit of a sweat. Anyway, we got that little job completed out there and happy customers, and back to town and stuck into a few other little jobs. Not much else to report. My new puppy dog's been creating a bit of havoc as usual. He's a pretty friendly little fellow. He likes to, he would have been a lap dog if he could. You sit down and he wants to get up in your lap, but he's pretty sneaky. Changed his name from Benson to Tax because you open the door and in comes Tax. And he just loves to come inside. But he's been getting the short shift a bit for that. Whatever, I'll put it over to Ian, VK4IJP, with the group VK4BAD.
Yeah, good evening all. Been a nice sort of a day. The sun been out. Of course, start off a little bit nippy, but then doing stuff out in the back in the sunshine was very nice. The sun has moved for setting location, and now the trees are in the way, and what was in the sun for some time is in the shade now. But anyway, we still achieved most of the things that I needed to do. So, fun and games. A little bit to do on the caravan to finish it off tomorrow morning. Then the afternoon will be in Kingaroy. So anyway, Gary, thank you very much again for putting on the net and keeping us all under control. Good evening to Eric, Jim, Al, Don, and Jake and Merv. Hope all has been a good day, and it's a really good size group here as well. So, it's been all good. And quick trip to Brisbane yesterday, and that ventured out fairly good. Also did a bit of work on my Marconi test set there, Al, and the problem is probably going to start to get major, I think. But there was a little bit of light smoke coming out of it. But anyway, damn, I should have got that one on eBay for $1,000. Anyway, not to mind. Over to Jake, VK4GRB in the group. This is VK4IJP.
Yeah, thanks Ian. VK4IJP, VK4JRA in the group, and good evening to everyone. We got a decent amount tonight, which is really good. I've got to be honest, I've been a bit slack the last couple of weeks. I haven't been getting on. I've been really, really busy at work, so the commercial radio industry is really starting to boom at the moment. So we've got a few coal mines and stuff like that are sort of starting to start back up. So a lot of commercial stuff going on in the radio world as well. So I get to play with DMR most days. So anyway, it's about that's my reason for being a bit slack with this sort of stuff. So I hope everyone's going well. Don't have a lot to report. It's meant to be -1 here in Dalby on Sunday sometime, so Sunday morning or Sunday night, which will be a bit cool. And it's meant to be down to 1 degree in the morning here tomorrow, so that's going to be nice and cool. I think I'm meant to go to Brisbane on Sunday and come back Tuesday, so I don't know what the temperatures down there are going to be like, but I went down last week and I think it was a bit warmer than out here in Dalby. So, yeah. Anyway, all is good here. Pardon me. The Dalby town repeater in here is on and operating again. There was some power supply issues with a bit of wiring and a dodgy power supply. That just the voltage coming out of it kept getting lower and lower and lower until it cut out completely. So it's running again for any locals in town. Oh, and I got this cough too. Feeling good. But anyway, all right. Thanks for running the net, Gary, and calling us all in. Great to hear everyone, and a couple of one or two new ones as well that I haven't heard before. So yeah. All right, I'll pass it on to, I think it's Merv, VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Juliet Romeo Alpha in the group.
Okay, Jake, roger that. VK4GRB in the group, VK4 Echo Mike, a very good evening to you all. And yeah, what a great signal coming off the repeater here. And I must say a very good evening to Kurt. Kurt, I know you'd be there listening. Kurt's on top of the range, right on the very high spot there as you come over the top of the range heading in towards Toowoomba, down along James Street. So very good evening to you, Kurt, and to you also, Cam, if you're there listening, VK4SSB. Kerry, VK4TP, passes on his regards to you tonight, Gary. He's off doing some work with his daughter, so he can't make it tonight. Okay, what have I been doing here? Oh, yeah, it's been beautiful weather the last 2 days. The day before that was blowing a gale here. Blew all the knots out of the trees and all the wire off the fences and all the, wire holes out of the pickets and all that sort of business as usual. So the last couple of days we've been trimming hedges here, and I usually put all that rubbish in a heap and chuck a match in it, but we're not allowed to have outside fires anymore, so I've been picking it all up and loading it on the trailer and taking it to the dump. And, they're real bushy branches. Don't ask me what sort of trees they are, but real bushy branches, and they all get tangled together. And so I've been taking that off to the dump. Had two loads today, and there's another one on there for tomorrow morning, and that'll just about clean up one heap. And better off not having any outside fires anyway. It's very dry here. Been heavy frosts, and it's killed a lot of things that were growing as well. All right, I'll pass it back to you, Gary, and thanks for running the net tonight. VK4BAD with the group, VK4 Echo Mike.
VK4 Echo Mike, VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo. No worries there, Merv. Before we continue on, is there anyone else want to join the net? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing else heard. Okay, yeah, we've got VK4 Mike Echo Eric there, Jake. You'll be joining the club at the next meeting. He was going to put the paperwork and all that in at the moment, and I says, "Oh, wait, the next meeting is the AGM, so you might as well wait till then." He's also on wires, getting Wires X up and running, and what else is there? So I've been, as you probably aware, from Eric's little chat, I've been giving him a hand to. Well, he's been doing the hard work. I've just been pointing him in the direction he needs to go. There, so. Yeah. So This way here at the moment there, I've got the diplexer for me 2 nodes. And I'm just waiting on one antenna to come. And a second radio. Just picked up a TYT 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and that will be for the Echo Link. So I'm just waiting for that to come as well, and I'll put all the all of it up and running. I won't put a time on it or anything like that. It will be within the next month. I hoping to have all the nodes back up and running. Okay. Is there anyone else who wants to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club Wednesday night net? VK4BAD listening? Okay, nothing heard. And okay, okay there, Merv. You surprised me when you said you can't light fires. I thought, well, this will be the best time of the year to light a fire. I'm not a firebug. But yeah, okay, you're dried out quite a bit. Understandable on that one. Okay, we'll start the second round, and as I said, nice to hear you all in there. Nice lot. VK4, Mike Echo, VK4 Golf Bravo Alpha Delta. Over to you there, Eric.
Yeah, VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta, VK4 Mike Echo Friday there. Yeah, thanks for that there, Gary there. And I hear a bit of a rumour about you working on 6 metre repeaters there too, Gary. A little bird told me. Oh, you might have hinted there, did you? I'm not sure when I was talking to you whether you happened to mention it or not. And yes, I'm very interested, Ian. You said that you was going to have them caravan bushes and everything in that van and in the shed. I don't know what happened that you haven't got that far. And you was going to do a bit on the house too, but somewhere you must have got sidetracked somewhere there, Ian. And yes, Merv, the trees, the wind the other night, oh God almighty. I didn't expect that vertical antenna I bought, that Diamond 300 for this thing here, this VHF. I walked out and I thought I won't look up because it won't be there, but I did look up and it was there. Don't ask me how, because it was very gusty all night long. Branches everywhere. Spent the day fixing electric fences, helping me mate there. Cattle are pushing through it, they go there as soon as a bit of fence loses a bit of cart, straight through. How they know, I'll never know, but they do. And I finally got my ute back there, Gary. I think it's too cold to spray. I said to him, you work are turning up. I said tomorrow, because I said I want that vehicle, I got to go to the doctors. And I got this bloody letter about my licence. I'm 75 in the 2nd of June, and I got to go and do this bloody medical thing there for me bloody licence, for me semi and UD and that on me bloody licence and everything. Anyway, I'm pretty fit. I don't need glasses or anything. I don't take a pill, so I should pass it all right, but I need it because I do a bit of casual work, driving floats, and I also help me mate out carting sand and that in the semi down there. And so I need my licence. But anyway, I'm still pretty fit for 75. I still run up and down the ladder. But anyway, that's about all I got there, and I hope everybody's well. And we'll see what Jim's got there. VK4 Yankee Charlie. VK4 Mike Echo Echo. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, good there, Eric. I'm just wondering whether that sand cutting job might be Neil Johnson there, go?
Yes, well, you know me. If you know Neil, then mate over.
Yeah, pretty much been in the area all my life there, Eric, so yeah, that's all good. Yeah, been to dances in the Maidenwell Hall there when I was going to high school and all that sort of stuff, so know most of the people in the area. 11.8 degrees outside there. At the moment, which is not too bad. It was, I might have mentioned that before, 6.5 this morning here, Gary. So yeah, not too bad really. Gee whiz, I lost it. Okay, in the order that you were talking about there earlier too. That was pretty quick service coming through. Yeah, I think these days it's sort of picking up a bit more. Don, okay, on your side of things too, all going good. And yeah, caravanning and so forth. Yeah, we've got one too, but it doesn't get much use. We'll be coming up to our harvest with the avos shortly, and yeah, that'll sort of limit our travels a bit. Jake, yeah, good to hear you about, mate. I've been a bit slack too. We have been out and about ourselves, but sounds like you've been pretty busy on the home front there too. Merv, yeah, all good out your way. Windy, yeah, we nearly got blown away here ourselves too. Pretty up there, but I guess this time of the year we do expect those southwesterlies coming through, and yeah, I don't mind the cold weather, the frosty mornings and that sort of thing. I generally have a nice day, but yeah, when them southwesterlies come through, I'll try and go and hide somewhere. try and get out of it. But anyway, all good. Thanks, Gary, for running the net there tonight. Over to you there, Al, VK4 Mike Victor, VK4 Yankee Charlie.
VK4 Yankee Charlie, VK4 Mike Victor. Thanks, Jim. And yep, it sounds like everybody's keeping busy, doing things, getting through the work, which is all good. Makes the day go faster, and you feel better about coming inside and getting ready for bed. You're thinking, oh, that was a good day's work, and I'll sleep pretty well. So I was awake about 2 o'clock this morning, and up for a little sojourn to the little house, and couldn't go back to sleep after that. And I heard this rattle and a bang, and jumped up to find out what it was, and it was next door neighbour loading his bag on the back of his tilly, heading off to fly out to Western Australia. So that was about just before 4 o'clock. So a bit of broken sleep until I bounced out of bed when the sun came up. But yeah, it's a pleasant day to get up, and not too cold. And I know what you like, Jake. It's you work on the radios all day and then you don't want to do it at night. So that's when I used to have another hobby. And that's fine. You're learning heaps and getting lots done, and you're right in your element. And it did blow a bit here. I was picking up a few bits and pieces of scraps in the yard today, piling up some twigs, and I'm going to make a stack and leave it handy for next door because they've got a fire pit. So if they have any guests around, they can grab the twigs, put them on the fire pit, and make some use of them. So that'll be their gentle fire. We'll probably get away with, but I don't think it'll get away from where they contain it. So, and thanks Gary for putting it on. All good. Been watching your videos and seeing how you manipulate the buttons and switch the cameras around. Very, very smart. And nice to see that there's no green and purple one there anymore. So, round to Don, and hopefully he's had a shower and got rid of all that sweat from today. VK4FAX to the group, VK4 Mike Victor.
Yeah, VK4FAX returning to the group. Thanks there, Al. And Sunday was what you call was a very nice day with that breeze. My wife Leslie went off to Stanthorpe on Saturday, and they stayed overnight. Came home late mid-afternoon, about 3ish on Sunday, and I think it was about the only time I ventured outside the house on Sunday was to go pick her up, and the wind had died off a bit by then, but very unpleasant day. Excuse me. That job we did today out there at Linthorpe, the chappie was supervising us, Mr. Cox his name, 102 years of age. All he's got is a walking stick. He's a little unsteady on his feet, but quick as a whip, smart as a whip, you know, and hearing's not the best, of course, but no glasses, and he's an amazing man for 102, and he's pottering around the garden, doing a bit of hedges, you know, trimming a few plants, and then keeping an eye on us, and hope we're doing our work right. So amazing gentleman, and just to listen to his stories. Sat down, had a cup of tea and a scone with him, and talked about old Clive Berghofer and his father and all the rest of it. It was very, very pleasant to have a chat with him. Some lovely old people out there. And righto, we'll probably I'll call it quits for this evening, and wish everyone well. And thanks, Gary, for running the show, and look forward to catching up with you next week. VK4 IJP, over to you there, Ian. VK4FAX.
Yeah, fine, Don. Hey, sounds like you've been kept busy. Yeah, I'm just sitting here also finishing off some plans to build a dual band 10 and 6 metre Yagi. So the idea is to go and get some aluminium for that tomorrow while I'm in Kinga. But yeah, Eric, I got all the suspension done. What I also wanted to do was check the brake shoes, but I can't get the brake drums off. But I was speaking to a mate of mine today that gave me some ideas a little later on this afternoon. So I'll be trying that because the people we bought it from, the dealer, said that it had all been serviced and that, but no way has this suspension seen a bit of grease, I reckon, for the last 5 or 6 years or something. So So I'm now just sort of going through things a little bit more thoroughly. So it's just like, you know, you just always find something else that needs to be done when you sort of think that it probably shouldn't be as bad as what it is, but it really is worse than what it is. So, yeah. But anyway, but other than that, I've been playing around a little bit, but I sort of, was hitting my head up against the brick wall there for a little while, so I came in and played with electronics, and then went out and sort of finished it, and, that part, and then I wanted to do the yogi plans earlier on, or this morning, but didn't quite get there, so I'm finishing them now, so I can come home with a car full of aluminium, and some electronic repairs, and 2 cups of coffee, some biscuits, and a couple of sandwiches in between all of that. Hey, Jake, I can understand too. Exactly. I used to do a lot of HF and that for work back in the days, you know, because we're talking about late 80s, so, of course, when you're sort of doing something all day, and I also had over an hour's drive home from where I worked back to home. So, and that was a bit of a country drive. It was 100 kilometres. So then there'd be a little bit of peak hour, 20 kilometres to get out of Sydney, and to head home. To get out of Bankstown Airport and get over the river to head south to Wollongong. So, I know exactly what you're saying. So, I got a funny feeling that's probably why I was out of this for about 20 years. Anyway, it's just the way how the cookie crumbles, eh? But it's a good way to practice some of those things, we'll practice them at home and then put them into action at work anyway, when you got some stuff. So that was lucky because I was able to take test equipment at home. So, at times, I did do a little bit of that, but fun and games. Okay, over to, it is Jake, VK4GRB, and the group, this is VK4IJP.
VK4IJP, VK4GRB, returning again, and thanks again there, Ian. So, it works a bit like that, so it gets a bit tiring at times, and I come home and I'm like, by the time I have dinner and have a shower, I'm ready to go to bed, so just not been worrying about this side of the radio stuff for a little while, but I'm trying my best to get back into it and find the time. So, we got all sorts of test equipment at work that we use for testing all sorts of different stuff. We deal a lot with UHF and VHF and digital systems like DMR, and there's some analog sites as well. But there's an awful lot of people going towards DMR now, because it's harder to listen into and harder for people to, I suppose, interfere with. Like anyone can buy a little handheld off eBay for $30 and program analog channels into it, and then, make a mess of people's network while they're trying to work. Whereas DMR, you've got all the different talk group numbers, and just makes it that little bit harder for people to get in the way of. So, I've got a set of keys, and I've been told I've got full run of the workshop, so if on weekends I need to test out equipment or give something an alignment or something like that, I can take it in and do all that. So, there's a lot of people in my branch that have been there for 10, 20, 30 years, or have been in the industry for that long. So it's a lot of knowledge about all the commercial stuff as well that I can rely on a bit, which helps in both worlds of this. So, that's all good, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. So trying to do all of this and set up my new house, which I bought as well. So getting some new carpet put in. That should be happening within the next 10 days. So that'll be nice, and then I can start moving some stuff in, some furniture in. Then I can move into it. So that'll be even better. So instead of my shack being in the shed here, it'll be in the spare bedroom with a nice wall plate and a couple of bulkhead end connectors on the wall. So that'll be look pretty nice, and if I need to pack it up, it'll still look half decent. There's not messy cables running everywhere. They'll be hidden in the cupboard on the other side of that wall. So, yeah, it'll be nice to have the radio inside and just be able to walk into the room, and there it is. And, yeah, it'll make me a bit more available to get on the nets as well. So, all right, not a lot else to report. Thanks for running the net, Gary, and great to hear everyone. And I'll pass it on to Merv. I'm not sure whether you'll do another round, but I'll stick around till the end regardless. VK4EM, VK4GRB in the group.
VK4GRB in the group, VK4 Echo Mike, thanks Joe. And yeah, it's very good to hear you all in there tonight. I've really got nothing to add, so I might step out of here and go and see if there's something on TV. That'd be a joke, wouldn't it? Every movie they put on TV, I think it's been on, you know, a fortnight before and a fortnight before that and a fortnight before that. And, yeah, okay on the winter weather. It has been getting very cold here early mornings and just on sun up, big frost. Some mornings we've been fogged in, even the birds have been walking around the yard here. It was that foggy they couldn't fly. But anyway. All right, I'll put it back to you, Gary. And just a very good evening to you all. Great to hear you. And I must get on to Robert, too, out there at the other side of Millmerran, see if we can't get him to join us. I know he said he was studying to upgrade, but haven't heard him for a little while. Okay, VK4BAD with the group. Back to you, Gary. This is VK4 Echo Mike listening. Good evening to you all.
VK4 Mike Echo Mike. My mistake there, Merv. VK4 Golf Rome BAD. Okay, before we close the net off, is there anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we? Before I shut the net down? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing heard on that lot. I'd like to thank you all for turning up tonight and making it a an enjoyable net. Hi. VK4 Mike Echo Eric, VK4 Yankee Charlie Jim in Blackbutt, VK4 Mike Victor L in Dolby, VK4 FAX Don in Toowoomba, VK4 IJP Ian in Proston, VK4 JRA Jake in Dolby, and VK4 Echo Mike Merv in Pittswood. I'd like to thank you all for turning up tonight, and we'll do it all again the same time next week. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. And I'll now leave the frequency open for general traffic. This is VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Fairyland. I'd like to say thank you to all. And we'll catch us all again the same time next week. VK4GRB. 7-3.
Peace raise, everyone.
Our VK4 Mike Victor, are you still about? VK4IJP?
Yes, I am actually.